Okay, welcome back to the channel. Hey, it's been a while since I made a video. I was hoping to get more videos out when I started the channel, but kind of got distracted with actually doing the business. But I thought I'd go ahead and get an updated work van video out. I had put one out a while back. You can see it on the channel. It's a truck and trailer tour video. I've upgraded a few years ago to a transit van and got rid of the pickup truck, and I really haven't done a tour of that. It's been a constant evolution on the organization of the van, so I think I got it to a point where I pretty much like it the way it is, so I thought I'd go ahead and do an updated video on that vehicle tour. On my last one, it was not Ron Paulk inspired, and again, this one is not Ron Paulk inspired either, but it is. I did get some inspiration from Scott Brown Carpentry and Insider Carpentry on their van or vehicle tours, I guess you could say. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started. Okay, the van is a 2019 standard length, medium height T150. Okay, I guess we'll just start with the tour here at the front passenger compartment. Basically, not much going on in here. I did put in some wood bulkheads. I put a clipboard holder up there. I put a small pack out up there, and that's got my first aid kit. And other than that, I try to just keep it, clean and not too cluttered in the front. Okay, so I just want to try to show you from the back side here without getting a license plate in there, I guess. I don't want to do that. I have a step to step up and down in the van attached to the 2-inch hitch receiver there. So that's been great working out of this van. So I'll go ahead and start at the back of the van here. So at the back of the van, I built out over the wheel wells. I basically just put a platform for the 2 miter saws that I carry in the van. I actually carry these 2. This one I use mostly on my built-in installations, and then this one here I'll use if I'm running trim, baseboards or crown molding or something like that. I like the cordless option on the smaller Milwaukee there, but this DeWalt is rock solid as far as maintaining miters and things like that. I've been using it for quite a while. Then I just have a piece of plywood here that I've installed. I've got a couple things, my 3 different nail guns that I use. I've got the 18 gauge, a 23 gauge, and a 15 gauge nail guns there. Under the box here, I've kind of created some cubbies. I have a slot here. This is for my tripod for my laser. So a place to keep that. And then I've got the 3 different levels here. I've got the 4-foot, the 32-inch, and then the 24-inch level there. And then here I keep the plunge saw. So I have a nice spot there. Put some foam down. My plunge saw just rests there. It's easy to get to. Here I just keep my miter saw stand right on the floor, and then I've got the other side built out as well, and what I basically all my stands are in the back of it. A level place to kind of strap next to that. If I step up in here, we have the table saw. Just so you can see from this angle here, we have the table saw there and the stand for it, and then I have my battery chargers all mounted there, so they easy to plug that in and charge the batteries. And I just keep my little blower right there on the table saw. But here I keep a couple different stands. I've got a fold-out stand, another Milwaukee like work table, a little material support, and a short ladder there for most of my interior work. On the other side, I've redone these cubbies. I had cubbies in here before, but instead of the boxes running the long way this way, they're running deep way. and it's because I had more of them. But I've recently kind of upgraded. I've had the rigid boxes for a long time. They're very durable, and I've really liked them. I've recently upgraded. I added this one here, which has mounts, so it's mounted to the wall. I can actually lift this thing. Let's see if I can lift it out with one hand. And then they've got those mounts there. So that just kind of sits up here, stays mounted right there. Over here I've got the pack outs. Now these are for my batteries. I have all my cordless batteries in these 2 pack outs. They stay right here. Over here I've got my cabinet and general construction screws. I've got cabinet hardware. Got a drill box down there. I've got nails. This bin I've got mostly that's jigs, different types of door jigs and jigs. And then I've got caulk and shims and glue and all this stuff in that container there. So on the wall here I keep my 78-inch level for door hanging and things like that. And then I keep a 55-inch track in the van for the plunge saw. And 55 is long enough that I can use it on most things, but not too long to carry around and have with me in the van. My canopy's strapped up to the bulkhead up front. Keep my framing square and my big speed square up there, a couple clamps, and that's about it from this view. Oh, over here I keep, in these cubbies, I always keep a full box of caulk, and then I've got garbage bags in behind there. Yep, that's perfect. And then on this side I keep my shims and extra boxes and nails. I keep in there, or screws. I keep in there that kind of don't fit in my organizer. Okay, so that's from the back side. Okay, on the side door. Okay, so this is my view of my side door here. You can see I've got my canopy, and I've got the rigid drawer boxes. These actually generally come out of the van and go on the job site with me. Most everything I need I keep in there. I keep drills in there, I keep all my bits, all the hammers, hand tools, and all that stuff I keep in there and keep it with me close by on the job. These are the sandbags. I keep weighted sandbags here, and those for my canopy so it doesn't blow away. And I have some utility knife blades. And then over here underneath the table saw, I keep some sawhorses. All right, thanks for watching. You know, I just want to let you guys know that my vehicle setup is for what I do. I do what I call custom carpentry in residential homes where people are living. So I'm not doing production carpentry work or new construction carpentry work or you know, anything like that. It's a lot of it's done here in the shop. I assemble or install on site, but we do some trim and doors and things like that on site. But really, we're set up for what we do, and it's mostly built-ins, accent walls, and those sorts of things. So I don't carry a lot of the stuff on my vehicle that maybe some other contractors would, you know, drywall materials and mud and paint and all that kind of stuff. So, or even heavy construction equipment. I have my framing gun failed on me a while back, and I've been waiting to replace it till when I need it. It's been 6 months. I don't think I haven't needed it. So if that gives you any idea, we're not doing all the construction out there. We're just doing really finished custom carpentry in residential homes for the homeowner. So, and I'm being specific about that because in the trades there's a lot, you know, I could be working new construction, doing trim or cabinets, or I could be commercial. I mean, there's so many different framing, so many different things that you could be doing as a carpenter. Mine just happens to fall more into that, you know, people are living in the house, they want to add this media wall or this accent wall. They've been watching HGTV and Chip and Joanna games, and they want to make their house look like that. So that's really what I do, and so that's what we're set up for. And I just thought I'd give you guys a quick tour on that. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.